Hey everyone, welcome to JS Cafe. Hope you are doing extremely well. This video is going to be a podcast where we are going to talk about how to become placement ready when you're in college. And for today's podcast, we are having Soumya Avasthi on the channel. She is an SD at Brillo and also a YouTuber. Her channel name is Study with Soumya. So I have attached all the links in the description. You can check out the description and have a look at her profile. So without wasting any time, let's begin. So, hey Soumya, welcome to the channel.
Hi Vedant, thanks for having me on your channel. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, so today we are going to talk about a really interesting topic that is very crucial for students, basically in college. That is how to become placement ready during the college. So we'll talk about like how to prepare for placement, how to study. We'll cover the whole journey starting from year one till the final year. And I guess Soumya is the best spokesperson right now to like help us out with this. So Soumya, like starting off with when someone lands on in the college, so do you think should be the first step like regarding the placements or regarding how to get comfortable with the whole bunch of stuffs that we are required to have during the placement, whether it is DSA, whether it is coding or problem solvings, or you get problem
Yeah.
solving statements as well. You have to IQ test. It's like what should like students usually get overwhelmed with a lot of stuffs they hear about. Okay, they have to study this and that and all everything. So what's your take on this? How should one progress very slowly, and how to get there during the first year?
Yeah, okay. Really a good question, Vedant. So first thing is that I want to mention here. It's not just from the first year itself we have started, thinking about all those things, thinking about DSA, problem solving and all those things. What I believe is like first year is you have to explore. Um, it should not be like this that everyone else is doing DSA or perhaps like in the development field the package is good and growth is good, the scope is there. So but it should not be the mindset that okay everyone is doing and these are some of the reasons then I should also follow the same. First thing is like explore the things, get to know about other profiles, get to know about other opportunities, get to know about your interest basically, right? So explore those things and this is placement and all those things are matters a lot and they're a part of your life. But again in person how you are growing, having a conversation with your seniors, having a good connection with them, so all these things it's not just for a specific amount of time, they'll be helpful for you later on also in your journey, right? If you have to get into in this corporate field itself, so that would be helpful for you. So I would say guys, first year have it the exploration part, right? Try to understand what is your interest, grab as much as like try to understand, try to grasp as much as information as you can, about different things, about coding, about problem solving, open source, so many things are there, so many technologies are there. So first of all try to figure out the interest. It's not just be specific to something, just try to find out like where what is the field where you have the interest, right? So yeah, I think first year should be about the exploration only, that like according to me. And then once you get to know okay that this is something that interested me a lot, because I know some of the people are there who's not obviously it's not that everyone is interested in coding, right? So it cannot happen like that. Someone is too much interested in development, so they are doing good at this. Someone is interested in the coding, so they are doing good at it, and someone is interested in other profiles also. So one thing I would like to mention here is in the industry it's not just a developer only. When you get into a project, there are certain other profiles also exist and they also have their own importance, right? Testing profile is there, other profiles are also there, so try to explore about them as well, right? So it's not just I have seen this hype like students are trying to get into for this developer role only. So yeah, it varies person to person, and yeah, try to figure out what interest do you have. And right now in terms of resources also, you have so many things to figure out right now. Like what I can see now in these 2 to 3 years on the YouTubes, there are so many things, so many awareness, so much awareness is there, right? You can reach out to your seniors on LinkedIn. If you are not there, just to mention it, it is a must to have, a very important platform for you when if you are a student also, if you are a working professional also. just be active there. It's not just for getting a job, but for making good connections also, like so that you can stay updated with the things that is going around. So yeah, so reach out to the people who is having the expertise. Let's say you are interested in some technology. Now you want to get some more idea about it. You can read about it. You can, do further research. You can reach out to the people also, who is having the interest in this. So figure out your interest basically. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, so first year is probably about explorations, explore various fields, whether you want to be in coding or not. That should be the very first question, I guess. And then you can explore other profiles like business analyst, testing, and other profiles also. That is pretty much interesting. Now, once someone has figured it out, okay, so in the first year, this is something I want to do. And being coders, we are probably going to discuss about, let's suppose when someone chooses coding or development for their career. Now, what should be the next step for the second year?
Yeah. So on this, right? So like we say about DSM, right? So now you guys can see that it is important to learn if you want to get into this field, because sometimes what I've seen that people mentioning or some students mentioning that sometimes we are not actually implementing this DSA that we are learning in the project. It's not there. Why we are learning so, and all those things. So first thing that you have to think in this way, this is a prerequisite. Like there is some criteria for every exam if you are thinking in this manner. So this is a criteria that many of the companies have set, right? So it's not just for a specific company. Now I can see that every company has this. It just difficulty level may vary as per the company. Someone can ask easy questions, someone can ask difficult questions, but yeah, you should have the problem solving skills. And by this, from data structure, what they actually try to figure out is, right, like your problem solving skills, because when you will be in the industry doing the actual projects, then there also you will come up with certain problems that you have to figure out, like what could be the possible solution. So when you are doing these problems, thinking about it, like how should I approach, what are the optimized solutions that I can have, so you're taking, developing your problem solving skills. So that's somewhere you have to use there also. Not just, if you don't have to use a direct any data structure or like that, but this skill will be helpful for you if you are into this field. Yeah, so that is the main criteria. So in second year, I think that you should start getting with the getting your hand dirty with DSA, right? So first thing is, like, you should be comfortable with one programming language, especially one object oriented programming language. So it's up to you. Generally, what I've seen that students prefer C++, but now again it's up to you. You can go with the Python, Java, or any other programming language, right? And once you have the proper hold on a certain programming language, then you started learning this data structure. And also this is in your subject also. So sometimes we are taking it as a subject only, like students are not giving proper attention, then later they are learning. So I would say, like, when it's in your subject only, then only give a proper attention to this. Now if you will ask about resources, so here I'm not gonna mention a specific resource, because we already know what all resources are there. And also it it's up to you. अगर आप कोई lecture follow कर रहे हैं, like if you're following some lecture, some tutorial on the YouTube, right? Someone is following some YouTuber, someone is following someone else. So it's up to you, like किसका आपको समझ में आ रहा है, right?
Correct.
Whose content you are able to consume. So it's up to you totally. Yeah, that's what.
Definitely. And I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, like these, while selecting the programming language, one should also keep in mind whether it's be useful in what they are actually pursuing. Let's suppose if someone wants to get into Android development, then him or her learning Python doesn't make sense, because at the end, what you will be writing is Java and Kotlin. Likewise, if someone wants to go into web development, and if they are picking C++, then again that won't make much sense, because you have to, again, like when you enter into the profession, you have to write JavaScript. Likewise, let's suppose someone wants to get into backend, like what do you think one should start off with?
Backend, right? So I would say, like, you can go with the Java. So Java is one of the language that I feel good for coding as well as for development also. What I would like to mention, so Vedant, so as of now, I have considered the fresher right now. Maybe they are not sure which field they want to pursue, where they want to get into. So for this, they can have this criteria later on, because even they don't know, right? We don't know like which company we'll get into and what all tech stack the company must be having. So for the starting, you can go with this C++ or any object oriented programming language, because what I believe is somewhere the syntax is almost same, and once you have a good hold on a particular programming language, later also you will be able to learn. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense. So it's like having knowledge of everything. You never know what will come handy in future. So it's like that. Like, let's suppose you are like learning something and you ended up into a business analyst, and then you have to write Python codes there. But again, you never know what the future has for you. It's just like if you're in a college phase, then do try to give a hands-on to as many languages as possible, so that at the end you are not having just one skill but multiple skills across various profiles. So at least you are eligible for placements as well. Like when someone a placement asks that, okay, tell me something about Java. So there are some Java centric companies as well, and during the interviews, even for freshers, you find questions related to Java. They want to understand how classes work and all. And someone if doesn't has that knowledge, then obviously she gonna miss that opportunity. So as a fresher, then the only goal I guess students have is to किसी भी तरह you get a placement, and then like get sorted with other things. Like, okay, now I have at least a placement. Now it's up to me whether I can like have multiple options like on campus or off campus. Again, this is a completely different topic. We can have like a separate discussion on like off campus, on campus drives. But yeah, so on the second year, we primarily focused on exploring the languages as well. Let's suppose you want to get into development, you are trying out various things and to understand what suits your interest. And parallelly, you have to give like equal importance to the core subjects that you are taught in the college as well. Because again, in placements, I have like personally experienced that there are certain cutoff percentages to be eligible for the interviews. So I often see that really great mind people often miss out very great opportunities because they were little careless about their studies in college as well. So it's not like you have to always like give a high priority to college studies, whatever they are told. It's just like at least make an absolute minimum threshold so that you are eligible for any company that visits your campus and you never miss out an opportunity. So that feeling of like, okay, I am not eligible for this company, but my friend or your roommate is eligible. So that, that creates a sense of a demotivation as well sometimes. So yeah, like I'll advise folks watching that be careful with your marks. It's not highly crucial for what you are doing with development or placement, but again, these are like your keys to the locks for these placements. So yeah, so we have covered so far the second year of the BTech journey. Now, Soumya, what do you think? What's next for the third year?
Yeah, for the third year, I would say, see, first of all, guys, it's not just that what we are covering, you have to follow exactly the same, just to
Of
mention,
course.
because like everyone has their own opinion. So here we are also sharing our own opinion, but again, it varies person to person. Someone will be mentioning, okay, I prepared everything in just 6 months. So again, it's up to you. We are just having a discussion. We are mentioning just our points. So for the third year, guys, I would like to say, so see, once you have a good hold on a particular programming language, and you are good with you are having the confidence that, okay, yeah, I'm done with the data structure part. Somewhere I'm just try to figure out where you are currently standing on this, right? And then probably you can explore about the projects, right? So the technology you are interested about, just pick up that technology, start making something. Probably you can refer some tutorial. There are multiple tutorials on multiple tech stack, right? So you can refer any of them on the YouTube or any other platform, Udemy as well, right? And start making something, because the thing is, when we are also doing anything in actual, right, in our project or somewhere, so the thing is we got stuck. So likewise, you'll also get stuck. Then you are trying to figure out, okay, what is the reason, what I missed, doing the Google search and all those things, right? So it will be kind of helpful for you, right? Because you are trying to figure out the solution for something. And projects also matter, right? See, there are certain companies, those who are very interested that you should be good at the problem solving. All they care about is your problem solving skills, your data structure part. But again, there are certain other companies, startups, who want you to be good at the development part, right? So if you are having some very really cool, really good projects, so definitely they'll hire you, right? And again, it's not just you have made the project, you are having them with yourself. Showcase them, because there's a code, just to mention, जो दिखता है वही बिकता है, right? तो जब तक आप उसको show नहीं कर रहे हो, so no one knows what you are currently doing. So showcase on your GitHub profile. Also, you can share it on LinkedIn, on Twitter. You can make a small video, kind of giving a description what your project is all about. So don't have that hesitation, okay, this is a small one, like that. Maybe this can be a cool one as well. And, if this is a really good project, some recruiters can reach out to you. So that is a possibility. So showcase whatever you are building, put this on your LinkedIn profile, and even in your resume also, right? And if you are applying for certain opportunities, they do ask for your LinkedIn profile, for your GitHub profile. So if you have made these profiles, it's not just, they are just profiles, be active on them, put something there, right? So yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. So third year is basically all about practical implementation of what we have learned so far. Like it's the projects I have seen many people building useless projects many a times, like simple to-do thing as well. I have seen many people having that. But again, like always believe that make something that actually makes sense out of it, and it can actually help people with the tech. So like I remember one of my memories during my college, that in my college, whenever the seniors used to final year when used to pass out, so all of their accessories like calculators, uh, coolers, or the tools that we use, like if someone is a mechanical engineer, they remember they use the tools to mark all the diagrams and figures and other stuffs. I forgot what to call it, but so all of those accessories, like they are either like thrown in garbage or they are lost, right? So what I did was I created a simple website where like the final year folks can put on their stuffs that they are leaving behind, and probably a junior student can latch on to that stuff and have a one-on-one convo with the senior and grab the opportunity to get that accessory from the senior, so that he doesn't has to buy it again and again. Because I remember the lab coats during the college approx cost 1500 rupees, and the calculators were around 500. So 200 just in the first year, and it was too costly for someone, right? So I thought that seniors are already having those stuff, why not to get it from there? So so this is just one example, like how you can think about the practical scenarios and create projects on them. So like I have seen many cool projects in like AutoCADs. They were using robots as well. So like it should not be limited to what you see online. Like I often see people going to websites and searching out final year projects examples. Okay.
Yeah, really, really a cool idea, I must say. Like, guys, now you have a reference also. Try to figure out something that really helps someone. Or maybe you can get the idea from your surrounding itself. Like maybe some problem like the one Vedant covered, right? So this was also something. Money was getting wasted. This can be helpful for someone else, for some junior.
Right.
So yeah, that is it.
Yeah. So okay, so that was third year for you all. Now what's next, Soumya, for the final year? The final year, that is the placement year.
Yeah. Now, see, once you are done with your preparation, maybe it's about DSA, maybe it's about project building and all those things, right? So, having a good resume, first of all, what you have made, mentioning about your skills that you are good at it. If some of you did some internship, that is cool. Yeah, that will be helpful for you. If not, then mention what all projects you made and all those things. And one thing, your resume should be one pager only, and be genuine what you have mentioned, right? It should be like that. Whatever you have mentioned, you should be able to answer when it is asked during your interview. So like that. Now when it comes to the placement, right? So start doing, till now you prepared, you did the exploration regarding the things, right? So now start doing the preparation with specific to companies. Let's say, some company is going to visit your college, or let's say you are applying off campus also. So just try to figure out, okay, what kind of questions will be asked in this company, how many rounds are there, what will be the difficulty level. Right now, I won't mention any resources. You can go to the interview experiences on the YouTube, right? On the Geeks for Geeks, there are so many interview experiences covered. Just to mention, even on my channel, so I have covered few of the interview experiences, right? So like that, just explore, check out, reach out to your sorry, not junior, reach out to your senior even, right? If some of them has been placed in certain companies that actually you are preparing for, or maybe on the LinkedIn also. So kind of I would say कि company specific preparation करना आप start कर रहे होगे, क्योंकि आपको पता है कि हाँ ये specific company आने वाली है, तो उस तरीके में उस way में आपकी preparation चल रही होगी. So that is the one thing you can do. And do a kind of quick revision, maybe like if you have gone through DSA, gone through your projects and all those things, so maybe you have made some notes also. So it's not just during the placement, these things will be there, your core subjects, that I forgot to mention, but I believe Vedant already covered. So your core subjects are also equally important. I still remember I was taking one of the interview experiences also, where that girl mentioned that this technical round was sort of easy for us because she was already clear with the core subject, because she gave a proper attention during the semester time when we have these subjects. So also like some of the most important subjects that I would mention is like computer network operating system, DBMS, right? So have a good hold on this subject, right? Definitely there's high chances you'll be having questions about them during your placement, right? So yeah, that is a kind of thing that you have to focus on during your final year. And also one more thing, guys, it's not just during the time of interview, sometimes we are not able to answer certain questions, and sometimes we are not able to clear, right? So rejection, selection, all this is a part of life, right? So don't get demotivated if you are not selected in certain companies. I've seen students getting demotivated, if they are not even in sequence, you are not getting selected, that's totally fine. Later on, definitely, if you have put the efforts, you will get the selection. So yeah, that's that from my side.
Yeah, even I remember I recently, not recently, it's been a while, I gave interview for Adobe, and I was surprised that the interviewer asked the operating system questions for the SD2 levels. So I was surprised, like, oh man, what's happening? I should have studied more properly now. So like these topics, little topics like DBMS, OS, and networking, and these play a very important role still throughout your engineering journey. So even if you land on a good job, you'll be like there coming cases where you have to implement those things, concepts as well in real life. So yeah, and yeah, even I remember that the one thing you mentioned, that you should not get disappointed when you like aren't selected for an interview. So that reminded me of like I wasn't selected for Capgemini. So it was a mass hiring in my campus, and all of my friends were selected. It was just me who was left, and I was feeling like what happened, what went wrong. So again, like I didn't give hope on it. I was like, ठीक है, एक को लग ही जाएगा, kind of that thing. So then I gave Accenture, probably yeah, Accenture, and Accenture, I got the offer, but again I didn't accepted it because I was parallelly having the offer for JTG, Josh Technology Group, that was in Gurgaon. So I kind of didn't wanted to hold up a seat for anyone. So I didn't accepted the offer and let others take it, and I went with JTG. So it was like, so that JTG journey is can be a whole podcast, can be shooted on that. How did I went to office to give the interviews? So I often feel that student, they have the confidence when they are giving interviews in the campus, but once they move out of the campus to give interviews, like their legs are shivering and they lose on to the confidence. So I think that building confidence is also very important. Like you should be a good public speaker as well, so that you are able to present your point very strongly there. Again, a lot of stuffs we have talked about, a lot of stuffs we haven't. Like we can cover more things in the upcoming podcast. Like we can have the questions in the comments, and we can pick on those and and check them in the next podcast. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, Soumya, for your valuable insights in this video. I hope everyone liked this. And if you have any questions, then you can check out Soumya's channel and ask her personally over the mails or over her Telegram channel as well. So yeah, that was a great podcast. Thank you so much, Soumya.
Thank you so much, Vedant. And yeah, I believe it was a great and healthy conversation. I believe it will be helpful for many. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you so much.